So the career of one of the most extraordinary sportsmen this game or any other game has ever seen is going to come to an end.
I knew for 5 years that I was retiring because in my head I'd been lucky enough to be champion jockey 15 years in a row. I was just about to turn 36 and I thought if I win 5 more jockey championships it'll be 20. That should be it. In Newton Abbott, I rode my fastest ever 100th winner and I came back that night from racing and I actually thought to myself, you know, I thought, you know, I'm actually getting better. I was so happy driving home from Newton Abbott that I rode my fastest ever 100th winner in a season, and I went to bed that night thinking, what have you been doing for the last 20 years? How can you actually ride your fastest 100th winner in what's going to be your last year riding? No one else knew this, and actually started to annoy me. My boss at the time, AP McCoy, he knew at the beginning of the year, and he was the only person that knew that it was going to be my last year riding. I thought I might go to the end of the season and just do it, and then I spoke to JP about it and he said, oh look, you can't just rock up at the end of the season. He said, you have went to every race course for years, for 20 years. If it comes a chance that you should announce it maybe beforehand, and then those people have the chance to come and watch you riding again for one last time. So, well, when my 200 winner is, if it's going to be today at Newbury, I'm going to announce it today. And we had 2 horses in this. We had Uxiandra, who was a really good horse. I was going riding and I rang Paul Nicholson, I'm going to ride Uxiandra, and he went nuts at me. He said, Mr. Mo's ready to run for his life. I'm telling you now, if he's ever going to win, it'll be tomorrow and all that. And I thought, do you know what, I'm going to put my trust in Paul. And sure enough, Mr. Mo won. And when I pulled up, I thought, oh, that's it.
It's Mr. Mo messed around at the start, but he will give AP McCoy his 200th winner of the season, his 9th double century. Mr. Mo is the winner.
I'm going to have to get it out. I'm going to have to spit it out.
I'm going to tell you something else, Rishi. It's going to be the last time I'll ride 200 winners. Because I haven't spoke to Dave and JP. I'm going to be retiring at the end of the season.
To be honest, I was a bit emotional. I actually get a bit emotional thinking about it now even. I always had this fear that people think that I wasn't as good as I used to be, but I had more of a fear of myself, of what happens if one day I go out and I think I'm not as good as I was. And to this day, do I think I could have carried on? Do I think I'd have won a few more jockey championships? Yeah, I do. But it was the right thing to do. I actually think if I went back riding today, I'd still be champion jockey. So I often used to think I wish I hadn't won 20 jockey championships in a row because I could have carried on longer.